Now we move to the next part, some notes about mentorship. In order to start your mentorship, there are three things that you need to know about mentorship. Mentorship is just like a relationship. So it's a ship. It's a big ship. Okay? Mentorship is just like a relationship that still requires communication and trust. All right? You Even if you are in a relationship, maybe that's a parental relationship, romantic relationship, teacher-student relationship, or mentor-mentee relationship, every ship needs communication and trust. Then you must be honest to share and be honest to listen. Second, there is always at least one way to figure things out, which means if you two face some obstacle that you think, oh, there we cannot do anything about this. Remember, there's always at least one way to figure things out. And that one way is break up. It means you stop that mentorship. And that's a final thing to think of, okay? So that's why we have the third thing is breaking up doesn't mean you deserve someone better. Anyone believe that a breakup means that you deserve someone better? Anyone believe that? You hear that a lot, right? No one believe that? Okay, just me. But I realize the breaking up things does not mean you deserve a better one, but it means there's a better lesson you need to learn. If you cannot learn that valuable lesson in the previous relationship, then you will make the same mistake in the next relationship. So there always been a lesson behind everything you do. So find out that lesson and grow yourself. My wife just come home. Okay, so now we move to the last three parts that's very important for you to start your mentorship. First one, preparing for mentorship. You need to prepare for everything. You remember when you take the IELTS test, there would be something called pre-IELTS, right? So this is what we call pre-mentoring. There are three things that you need to do. First one, make your bucket list. Second step, draw your public speaking wheel. Have any one of you heard about public speaking wheel? Anyone? Or you haven't heard of that? Raise your hand, please. Or you haven't heard of that? Raise your hand if you haven't heard of that. Tam Như, stop talking. Focus. Okay, and last one, build your roadmap. So what are we gonna do? Okay, thank you, Thomas people. What are we gonna do to this one? First, right, I would love you to think about what you want to achieve, even if it is a professional or personal goal. In 1 minute, write down every skills that you think will help you to achieve your goal, even if it's a personal goal or a professional goal. In 1 minute, write down. Do you have a pen and paper with you now? Or you have a phone, whatever you have? You have that laptop while you shake your head. Okay, in 1 minute, and I will ask you to share, especially you, Thomas Tâm Như. Okay, in 1 minute, please write down as many skills as you think that will help you to achieve your personal and professional goals. Okay, 1 minute, start now. Okay, thumbs up. I would love to invite Toastmaster Tâm Như to share with us your skill list. What have you written? What is your bucket list?
Okay, thanks everyone. I had to talk small because I'm in another meeting. So the skill that I want to improve when I sign up for this program and is that I want to uh, understand my mentee and understand their speeches with compassion. And secondly, that
Hmm.
I want to eliminate biases when doing mentoring because I believe that it's from my experience, biases can cause me to, you know, mm, edit their speech based on like what I've seen that is right, not what is actually helpful for them.
Oh, that's all. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Tâm Như. And how you can make a top three when you have only two? Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Tâm Như. And who else want to share your list? Toastmaster Craig, welcome, Toastmaster Curtis. Toastmaster Danet, can you please share with us your bucket list? Toastmaster Danet?
Hello, Picture. Hello, everyone.
Hello. What
Can
what
you
what
hear me
as what
well?
is your
The
list?
internet in my site is not stable. Can,
Oh,
can you hear me well?
yes, we can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. We can hear you. Okay, we can hear you, but maybe the internet does not. So may I invite Thomas Fini? How about your list? Hello, Thomas Fini? No. Okay, so we invite a mentee. So we invite a mentee. Thomas Tuấn Hiệp, what's your
Oh,
list?
I
What's
I
your list, em?
my mentor here.
Still, you need to write down your own.
Oh, I haven't I haven't written down there, but I know what I need for my mentors.
Okay, what is that? What is that? What skill do you need?
Is in public speaking in general, but I also want to learn from my mentor about the way that he deliver a speech and also how the way she deliver her message. The top
How to
three
deliver?
is it's about it's about storytelling and also delivers the emotion. And the top three skills that are most crucial for me at the moment is that first one is how to share my story. It's called storytelling. The
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost important one. The second thing that I think is very important to me is that how I control my emotion and also have fun with the stage. It means that sometimes I cannot enjoy the stage. I feel nervous or
Mm.
shaking hand, things like that. So I have to improve that problem. The first skills that I want to improve is that the word choice and also how to communicate with the audience.
Mm. Okay, good choice. Thank you so much, Tuấn Hiệp. And now, when you have your bucket list, you have your top three skills, then it's time for you to write your public speaking wheels. Now you have one big circle. You separate it into three parts, and you write the skill, the top three that you have chosen in each section of the of the will. And with that, you can give on a scale of 10 from 1 to 10, rate your skill at the moment. For example, I have an example for you. Let's say organizing my speech persuasively, my point is 8. But using humorous elements, you see, I'm very bad at telling jokes and making people laugh. The only person in this room I make her laugh is Tam Như because she's so poetry. She's so nonsense. So I give it a level and a point of 3, and storytelling I will give a point of 5 because I usually go over time in my speech. So this is how we do, how we draw your, how you draw your will. And along the way, please write down on the scale of 10, what does your 10 point look like? When your skill reach 10 points, what does it look like? And at the moment, what points does your skill achieve? Write down the reason why you give that point as well. For example, using humor elements, my 10 points is whatever I say, everyone laughs. But right now, I give it a 3 because I only make one person in this room laugh. That's myself. See, that is how we do it. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes to do it, and you see what does your will look like. Okay, so my mentor is dating. Oh, that's good for her. She's my mentee as well, if you know, just so you know. Okay, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And if you have just 2, then you can separate the circle in half. It's still okay. But usually 3 would be the most okay one. But don't make it more than 4 or 5 things. So maximum 5 things only, okay? But 3 are the best.
Hello, Pipshudy. I have a question.
Yes,
Yeah, is that apply to only mentee or for mentor as well?
mentor as well.
Which means what
Mentor.
skills that you could contribute to the mentee, right?
The skill that you list down here. Do you remember your bucket list? You chose your top 3 skills. Then you write that 3 skill in this wheel as well. You understand? Understand?
Which means the skill that you can support the mentee, right?
No, the skill that you want to improve yourself. You want to
Okay.
improve
As a mentee.
as a mentee or as a mentor. Either a mentee or a mentor.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, CGD. Okay, who finished your wheel? Who finished drawing your wheel? And how does your wheel look like? Who finished? Okay, Tâm Như. I saw you raise your hand. How about Thomas Nara? Did you finish drawing your wheel?
I cannot draw it.
Why? What happened?
Um, if I like using the three skill about storytelling,
It's just an
I
example. The skill that you use, the top 3 skill that you chosen in step 1. The skill that you chose in step 1, then you draw your own view. This is just my example for you. This is just my
Okay.
example.
Any skill, yes, I have that skill, not completely a skill. So my will become, I want to improve with my communication, so I can rate my communication as like 2 or 3, something like that. And I want to improve my English, so my English maybe I see it as just 4 or 5, just something like that. Yes. And
Oh, okay.
the next one I just list it as learn and improve more skill, not specific.
Okay, so let me help you with this. So this is 2, right? 2 point English. Let
And
me show you as an
let me
example.
add organizing speech persuasive as well. Let include this, because with speech organizing is more specific, and I also have the very limitation with this.
Okay, and how many points do you give yourself?
Should be 3. 3 or 4?
Okay, 3.
Yes, 4.
4, okay, so 4 is around here, not in the middle. 4, okay, so you can see that is how your wheel look like. The red one is your wheel.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how your wheels look like, and compared to my wheel, you see my wheel have some parts, bigger one in the middle and this small one, and the wheel is also quite, the shape is quite the same, have a big one and gradually smaller one here. Okay, thank you, Thomas Nara.
Okay.
Well done. And how about Thomas Somanak? How about your wheel? How does your wheel look like?
For me, right?
Yes.
So I have 3 skills to improve. One is vocal variety, 7.
Yes.
Body language, 5. And persuasive speaking,
Vocal
3.
variety 7, right? Wait. Let
Yes,
me this is 7.
7.
Okay, so I
Body
make it a
language,
bit.
5.
Hold on. Okay, 7. Body language 5. Oops, I should I should just copy this one. So body language, vocal variety 7. All right. And what else?
Persuasive speaking, 3.
Oh, persuasive speaking 3 as well. All right, thank you. So you can see that we have why did I just okay. So the same shape as well. Thank you, Thomas Somanak. Does anyone draw a more balanced wheel like 5-6-5-6 or 3-4-3-4? Anyone? Tâm Như. Thank you. So we learned about the shape, right? The last step, build your roadmap. What is the one urgent skill you want to develop in the next 1 month? One skill, 1 month. Now the question is, which skill among these 3 should I choose? Whether is it the highest point skill or is it the lowest point skill? Who has the answer? Which one should we improve? Master Fini, you have any idea? Which skill should we focus on?
Myself, right?
Yes.
I want to focus on my body language.
No. I mean to to select one skill to focus on in the next 1 month. Which skill should you choose among the top 3? The highest skill, the highest point skill, or the lowest point skill?
The lowest,
Highest point or lowest point?
the lowest point.
Lowest point. Why? Why?
Because I want to make it better.
Oh, you just want to make it better? How about your highest point? You don't want to make it better?
Yeah, I also want to make it better, but the thing is, it's my point is like a little bit far from each other. I mean, I have one point
Okay.
very weak, and I want to make it into upper level. That's why.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Master Fini. Any other question? Any other answer? Does anyone think that you should improve your highest point skill? Does anyone think that you should improve your highest point skill? Brother Somanak, do you think so?
It's about my will, right?
Okay, so look at your will. What skill should you improve? What skill should you focus on?
I think I need to focus more on vocal variety.
To focus on the highest skill, the highest point skill. All right, thank you. The answer is it depends on your wheel shape. It depends on the shape. You see, you look at the highest point, the skill with highest point, and the skill with lowest point. If the gap is less than 4, then you should focus on the highest point, because you need a sharp weapon, a sharp skills that would be your weapon to earn money. I don't want to say it, but you earn money, to make a living, to stand out in life. You need some sharp skill that you must be outstanding among other people, right? So that's why if the gap between your highest and your lowest is less than 4, then you should improve your highest point skill first. If the gap is already too far, like let's say 5 points above, then you should focus now on the lowest point, because that would be the things that hold you back. There's a physics theory behind this one, but I don't want to talk about this now. It's too long. Well, just think about that in this way. If the gap less than 4 points, then focus on the highest. If the gap is more than 5 and above, then focus on the lowest. All right. So pick your skill. Now, what action can you do to upgrade that skill up to 1 point? For example, if your skill is now at 2 points, then what action can you do to make it 3 points? List out everything you can do to make it, to upgrade it 1 point. I will give you 1 minute, okay? But 2 minutes. 2 minutes to think. List down every action you can think of to upgrade that skill up to 1 point. Okay, let's go. Write out every action that you can do. Hello. Pull out your phone and do the activity. Don't just wave your hand like that. Please pull out your phone and do the activity. Be a good student. Okay, when you finish, pick out one action that you are willing to do it daily. Pick out one action that you would like, that you are willing to do it daily. Pick out one action that you would love to do it daily. You know, in the past, when I just joined Toastmasters, I want to improve my impromptu speaking. So I have a group of 10 or five members only, but we do the topic every day for 30 days. After the first 30 days, we had 3 groups. So I have to do 3 table topic questions every day. That's how we grow and improve ourselves. So what action that you are willingly to do it daily? Okay, Sao Tâm Như, what's your action that you are willingly to do it daily?
I cannot speak right now, but I can type.
Yes, please type. Please type. And Toastmaster Danet, you can type your answer as well, Toastmaster Danet. How about Toastmaster Vibo? What's your action that you would love to do it daily?
Oh, I think it's there's something I think I excel at because a lot of evaluators told me that I have some level of confidence doing public speaking already. But this is also one area I like to improve. So maybe you can think that the actions I'm willing to do daily is not relevant, but I think it is because when I do daily breathing exercise, it helped me control my nervousness, anxiety, right? By taking exhaling and inhaling deep breaths every morning, it helped me control my emotion better. I don't know, but this is the kind of things I'm doing daily, and also I'm willing to continue to do that too. And so far, I've improved a lot. When I start talking in public, I feel like I'm not as nervous as I used to be.
Wow, excellent. Thank you, Thomas Vibo. And I believe that breathing is a very ancient but useful technique. Thank you for sharing. And what about Toastmaster Nara? What is the one action that you're willing to do daily to upgrade your skill?
Reading too. Reading too. Reading.
Breathing. Okay. Amazing. Maybe
And
we have
having
a
a
breathing
sleep.
master club. What? What is the second one?
Maybe not every day, but maybe try to make a conversation as well.
Make a daily conversation, right? Okay. Thank you, Thomas and Nara. Practice to have meaningful messages. I'm willing to practice by writing daily. Okay, try to point out a message and lesson learned daily. That's very good practice. Breathing exercise. Okay, well done. Good practice. Okay, so when you can pick out one thing that you would like to do daily, then we have finished the step for preparing for mentorship. Congratulations, you graduate. Now we move on to the next one, setting up a committed mentorship. So how many types of mentorship do you already know? Have you already known? How many types of mentorship? You heard about long-term and short-term? Remember that? Long-term, short-term? And I heard people usually say that long-term is like 6 months, 1 year, and short-term means like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But from my perspective, I will not define mentorship in terms of time, but I focus mentorship in terms of purpose. When you have a purpose. So I call it macro mentoring and micro mentoring. You know macroeconomics and microeconomics? You learn it at university if you study economics. I believe no matter what country you're studying at, you learn that, right? So macro mentoring is focused on competencies and characteristics. You develop your mentee as a human. You develop their competencies, the ability to achieve things, and their characteristics, the role of their inner self. Not just something that they perform outside, but the insights, a mindset shift, or a role in characteristics. For micro mentoring, it would be the individual project, a personal speeches, or some skill sets. So when you come to a mentorship, think about what you are here for, whether you are macro mentoring your mentee about competencies or the characteristics, or you are micro mentoring, which means you have that person with their individual project, their personal speeches, or their skill sets. This is macro mentoring. So I would love to share with you my process of stepping stones to build mentorship. It includes 9 steps. And you have already achieved step 1 and 2 if you work well in the previous part. So in order to do each step, there are a guiding question for you to help you and your mentee work with each other to fill in. For example, the first step, need. What do you want to improve? Is a macro goals. Remember macro mentoring, competency and characteristics. So the macro goals relate to what the person wants to improve as a human being. Second, go achieve some projects in that level. Remember, for some level, you just need your mentor So maybe your mentee just need you to mentor him or her some projects, not every project in that level. So make sure that you two understand each other. And I see my brother's Thomas Somanek open his camera. Do you want to ask something? Because whenever you open your camera, you have something to ask, and that's very contributing. So I think you want to ask something.
No, I want to show that I am here.
Okay. Thank you a lot, brother. Third one, measurements. You have your goals, but you must have your measurements as well. If you want to achieve one level, then figure out what timeline you want to achieve it. First month, second month, third month, we have 5 months in this program. So make sure every month you know what to do. Fourth one, principles. What agreements do you abide by? Which means something like always answer the question or response to the message within 24 hours, or be on time in every meeting. Those are agreements that both you and your mentee or your mentor must agree and apply. Structure, how often do you meet? How long does it take? And what is the agenda that you would like to see? Okay. So I would love to send, I have already have this template for you. I would love to share it with you. Yeah, I know. Now I will separate you into a group of 2 to start practicing. You can either play as a mentor and mentee god, or both of you can be a mentee, so that if you are a mentor, so you can understand what your mentee needs. Or if you are a mentee, then you have a material to prepare to meet your real mentor. You understand? Okay, so you can create add a new seat here, and you can find out your name, and you find out your mentorship pair here. It's just a practice thing. So we will start doing from 1 to 5 only. Okay, from 1 to 5 only. So any question so far before we go? Any questions so far before we go? No? Okay. I can see that you are very confident, huh? Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes. All right. 10 minutes for you to practice. So we have room 1, Thomaster Danet and Thomaster Tuấn Hiệp. Room 2, Thomaster Nara and Thomaster Fini. Room 3, Thomaster Hằng Nguyễn and Thomaster Vibo. DVD Hằng Nguyễn, are you ready to join this activity? Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Room 4, we have Thomaster Somanek and Thomaster Tuyết Nhung. And last one, we have Thomaster Tâm Như and Thomaster Thola Sovan. Please give me a heart if you are available to do that, because I don't want anyone to feel lonely in the room.
Can you say something that you have said again? Because I have missed for a little bit.
What part did you miss?
The task that every couple have to do.
Okay, every mentorship need to do is, firstly, you look at this from 1 to 5, read the question and answer. This is how you build your mentorship along the way. Okay. All right. This is how you build your mentorship. What you want to improve is your macro. This is your micro goal, the skill, the project, the level, and the what you improve is the macro goal. You want to grow as a human being. your characteristics or your competency. Measurement, how you know your goals have been achieved. Agreement, what agreement do you apply by? Something like always be on time whenever we meet. Or if you if you cannot do anything that you commit to do, please let me know. Something like that. Okay. 5, structure. How will you often meet? Like once a month or twice a month or three times a month? How long does it take? Maybe it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. And what is your agenda? What are you gonna do in the mentorship meeting? You plan to do. Okay. Are you ready? Any other question? Can you copy it and pass it here? Anyone try? Copy it and pass it in the next. So we have room 1. We have 5 rooms, right? Room 2, room 3, room 4, and last one, room 5. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go. We go, huh? I cannot do it. Oh, okay. So Tâm Như, you may want to join with room 3 to in case Thomas Hằng Nguyễn cannot do it. As you can see outside. All right, so 4 room only. Okay, let's go. Oh. Hello, did you finish everything?
We have to break. We have to finish because you already sent us back.
We have more time, of course.
Okay, don't worry, it's just a practice, so you don't need to do it very seriously. But you can go back to your real mentor or mentee and you ask that person to work on this. But how do you feel? How do you feel when you answer this question? Thomas Fini, how do you feel?
I feel more confident about my mentoring skill, and I feel I know what to do more, and I feel like it's like I have something to follow. I have some ideas in mind about mentoring, and I don't get lost.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go check some of the room. Okay, so this is room 1, Thomas Tuấn Hiệp and Thomas Danet, right? Which one is this? Thomas Danet?
We both create this, but we both create this, so we have a short conversation about these 5 questions, and also it lead us to these answers.
Oh,
It's our
okay.
own. It's our own answer,
Okay.
not individual.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Now I will go one by one. First, macro goal, pronunciation skill, facial expression, control emotion, deliver a story message. What is this? Is this macro goal or is this micro goal? Is it macro or is it micro? Remember what micro is and what macro is?
I think this is micro goals.
Yeah, that's right. It's micro. Because remember, in macro mentoring, it talk about your competencies and your characteristics. It means that you develop yourself as a human being. So if you say this one, you can say that I become a fluent and expressive English public speaker, something like this. So this is how you vision yourself in this mentoring. This is what you are here for in this mentoring.
As I understand, macro goals is about how I can be better.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Right. Thank you. You know why? Because if you focus on the micro goal, which means you focus on project level, it means when you focus on your project or your level only, you will feel lost along the way because you don't know why you have to do these things. Have you ever met some project that's too hard or too complicated that you want to quit?
All the time.
Yes, all the time, right? And you know, I know one member in Vietnam. He completed every single project in level 3 on the electric project in level 3. He completed, but he never reached for level 4 because he doesn't know what to do and why he has to step up for level 4. That's why we always start with how you would like to become after this mentorship. Think about your macro goal, the person that you want to become in the future. For example, I give an example here. I want to be more persuasive. So my macro goal is I want to become a persuasive person, a persuasive speaker. So my micro goal can be I can persuade my boss to raise my salary. And move to the measurement. So I can have my salary at the moment like 1,000 US dollar up to 2,000 US dollar. That is how you measure. So for room 1, if you put your measurement as feedbacks from mentor and Toastmaster after delivering speech, be careful because those mentor and Toastmaster members doesn't know your goal, doesn't know your journey. Some of their feedback may demotivate you. So you must have a, a, a measurement that you can look at and you can control it. Make sure that you can quantify it, make it into numbers. Yes, make it into number. Like speak better English. How do you define speak better English, right? For example, if you want to speak fluently, speak English fluently, then make a speech without any armor, without any filler words, right? You ask the art counter to help you to count your filler words. Then you can see the progress. You make 5 until 4 until 3 until 1. That is how you roll. And principle, commitment, and consistency. At this point, let's have a look at everyone. Consistency. Oh, communication, respect. Make a speech on time. Okay, that's a good one. Not here yet. Okay. This is a very good one. Why? Because we have a clear action and clear expectation. Principles mean action plus expectation. We make a speech on time. So for example, you say consistency. How do you know that you are doing consistency. For example, you can say, I complete my task daily on time. This is consistency. Or I join meeting and do table topic. Here. So every meeting that I join, I will volunteer to do table topic. That is also consistency. So when you want to make principles, you must make it a clear action with clear expectation, so that you two can work together. I noticed that most of the mentorship doesn't work well because you don't have a clear action that you agree with, and you don't set a clear expectation as well. So when the mentee doesn't meet your expectation, you don't tell that person as well. You don't tell. You just let your disappointment distract you, and you two fall apart. That's why we need clear action with clear expectation. Last one, I think it's a very easy one. Weekly, okay, from 1 to 1:30 hours, good one, like a training session. This is also need to be clarified as well. How does a training look like? There's a lot of type of training, you know. Agenda, submitting the homework, give lesson. Yeah, this is a very good one. Very clear. It's step by step. Very good one. It's just like an agenda for a meeting. Prepare speech in advance and practice delivering it and receive feedback. Okay, this one is also good. If it can be more elaborate on the timeline and on the array on project, it will be great as well. Progress and action plans. Okay, this one is good. Okay, so now you are ready. You finish a structure. Now you will be ready to be the 6, 7, 8, 9, but we don't have much time left. So let's do it together. Okay. Let's do it together. 6, overcoming limiting beliefs. Say one thing in your mind that can lead your mentorship to failure. What can lead your membership to failure? Think about it and write down in a comment in the chat. Please write in the chat. What is the one thing that can lead your mentorship to failure? Okay, lack of commitment and time. Never talk to each other. Really? Very good one. I am not yet good enough, so my mentee is not inspired. Oh yeah, that is also very heart-burning for every mentor. My first time being a mentor, I have this mindset as well. Anyone think that I am too good that my mentor cannot follow?
Yes, I'm too good. Never talk to mentor.
Okay. Or I'm too good that my mentee cannot reach for me. I'm too good. My mentee cannot follow. Lack of clear goals. Yeah. Okay, very good. So I will share with you a technique that actually I have already shared with you. If you are a district officers in the district officer trainings, I have shared with every leader this technique as well. But I would love to remind you about this one. Mentee think we bother mentor a lot. Yeah. I would love to share with you a technique that is the mindset shift. Mindset shift. You see, when you talk about lack of commitment and time, the thing that you focus on is the person. Either it's you or the other one. I lack commitment and time, or he or she lack of commitment and time, or I'm not yet good enough, so my mentee is not inspired. So you focus on yourself, right? Or mentee thinks that he or she will bother mentor a lot. That you focus on the mentee. Lack of clear goal. This is also you focus on the person. Now you shift your focus on the action. Something like, let's say, for example, never talk to each other. Don't try to find out why. You don't need to know why. You need to know what's next. Don't try to find out why. Try to find out what's next. So you and your mentee or your mentor never talk to each other. Then you shift into there must be some miscommunication in between, or there should be a better way to communicate. This mindset, it means that you shift from the person that never talk to each other into the way that we are communicating. There must be something missing in between. Let's find out what are we missing. What is the better way that we can do to work with each other? So instead of thinking about the person, think about the action that we can do. For example, lack of goals. Then you can shift it into setting clear goal should be of priority. Now look at the sentence that you have already written. Shift what you have written in from focusing on the person into focusing on the action. You have 1 minute. Go. 1 minute. 1 minute. Shift from the person to the action. 1 minute. Okay, you finished? Anyone finished? Let's see. Toastmaster Vivo, how would you shift your belief?
Um, yeah, I give it a thought. About time. I'll just talk to my mentor, my mentee, right? We should meet bi-weekly for lunch. I don't know, because I think lunchtime is the time available. Anybody will need to have lunch. Then we can spend lunchtime discussing about our goals. Is that an action?
Okay. That's an action, not a mindset.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Vivo. Actually, if you can think of an action, that is very good. It would be even better if you start before you think of the action, you start working with your mindset first, because your mindset defines how you would do the action. Something like the same action but with different mindset can bring you different attitude when you do the action. For example, your mentor can spend his lunch with you, but sometimes without the right mindset, he will say, oh, it's so tired, I have to meet him for lunch again. I only have one lunch and now I have to meet with him. I have to spend my precious lunch time with him. You understand? Without the right mindset, the person will not willingly do the things that we suggest. Yeah, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank
you.
you. Well, you understand why we have to do for the mindset. Okay, celebration. When you finish a speech, how would you and your mentor celebrate? Or how would you and your mentee celebrate with each other? Maybe you two go for singing a song to celebrate. Or when you finish your mentorship, how would you celebrate? This will help you regenerate your energy. Okay. I would like you to spend, let's say, 5 minutes to answer these 3 questions. What action would you take immediately after this session? Means after the activity stepping stones to build the mentorship. What one action would you do immediately? You may want to plan to do this with your mentor or mentee, or you would like to find a mentor or mentee for yourself to register with this program. What one action you would like to take immediately? And also after the whole process that you go through, what is the valuable lesson, your most valuable lesson, and how would you apply the lesson into your life? Okay, I will give you 3 minutes. Okay, thank you, Thomas. Tâm Như have already shared with us. For action with the talk to my mentee. Okay. What the most valuable for experience for today is happen for Thomas life. Thomas is my life. Okay, that's very touching. Thank you, Thomas Tâm Như. Who else want to share? Maybe Thomas Somanak.
Yes, could you
Yeah, may
Can
I
you hear me?
invite you? Can you share your answer?
Could you hear me well?
Pardon?
Okay, so one action I would take. Do you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes.
I need to turn off my camera now. Okay, so one action I would take immediately after this session is to reach out to my mentee to set for the next meeting and what to discuss. Yes, and what the most valuable lesson I learned from this is the those guiding questions of each point that structure the mentorship to be more effective. And I think it is helpful for our life. Like we have a clear plan and how we set the action to achieve the goal. Yeah. So I think these are the valuable lesson. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas Somanak. And that is exactly how you will do with your mentee when you apply the stepping stone to build mentorship. As you remember, we still have 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is how you wanna do. When you talk with your mentee or your mentor, then you can share the valuable lesson that you learn in your session building the mentorship as well. Okay, we go to the last one. So imagine if you find out after 1 month, you find out, oh, this mentor is not for me, or this mentor is not for me. If you find out, then what are we gonna do? Do we silently step out of this relationship? Should we do that? Okay, if you find out your mentor or mentee is not for you, should we silently step out of it? Or what are we gonna do? Maybe Master Tuấn Hiệp, what do you wanna do?
I don't even know. But keeping silent is one of the worst way to resolve the problems.
Ah, that's right. We should never keep silent, right? So I would love to introduce you to framework. 2 frameworks for you to work out. The first, we call it what, so what, and now what. I believe that you heard about this framework already, right? Or the second one is the 4 Fs: fact, feeling, finding, and filter. So the first framework is usually used for macro mentoring. Even if something happen, not good or super good, you still can apply this framework. The what, you answer this question: what happened that make you feel right or not right about our mentorship? Our mentorship means that you and the mentor, or you and the mentee, you and me. So may I ask, I think Thomas Feeney has the experience. So Thomas Feeney, can I interview you for a bit? Thomas Feeney? Or Thomas Tâm Như, can you speak now? Thomas Tâm Như? No as well. Oh. Yeah. How about Thomas Somanak? Hello, hello. Anyone here? You still here? Are you still here? Hello? Oh, stop. Is there anyone that I can interview about your mentoring experience, please?
Yes, you can interview me.
Okay, thank you. You saved my life. Okay, so regarding your most current uh mentorship, is it a good one? Is it still lasting or is it finished?
I'm sorry, could you say it again, please? I'm
Uh
sorry.
your previous mentorship, is it do you feel right about it or you feel not right about it?
In my previous, thank you, PhD, for this, and also thank you for the wonderful session about mentorship. If I have to look back from my experience as 1 year of being a mentor, I feel good that I did it, but the way I do it, I don't feel it's like in the right way. I just take
Mm,
it for granted. I just did it with what I know without having um without having structures, without having goals, proper goals, and understanding about and being serious about being mentors. I just go with the flow
mm.
like this.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So that is how you answer the first question. What happened that make you feel right or not right about our mentorship? Then you also share. So what? In what way has it affected you? So you think that you share that you take it for granted, you just do it whatever you know for about mentoring, right? So in what way has it affected you? And also your mentor or mentee are you a mentor or are you a mentee? Were
Both,
you?
both. Can I say both?
Uh,
Because I'm a mentee for someone and I'm also a mentor for someone.
okay. So so let's say you were a mentor. So in what way has it affected you as a mentor?
Mm, for me, when it comes to mentorship and when you don't take it seriously, it show me about my brain. Who I am as a person, who I am
Oh,
as a mentor, and I don't
mm,
see myself good enough the way I want to see, like committed,
mm,
um, supportive, and be a role model for the mentee. So,
mm,
I think with if I keep doing this, it will affect my life. I just take the position, but I don't do it seriously. So, of course, the result is not good. And if I keep
mm,
doing this, I mean, it will just happen. Like it will become my brand. Like if someone see you, okay, who is your mentor? And then if they know it's me, they will understand like, your English is not good. You might not be committed. Okay, you take things for granted. So I think it
mm.
really affect me a lot in my names. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much, Fini. Now we move to the last one. Now what? What would you want to do about it? What would you want to do about it?
After understanding about this, I learned I don't want this result for myself and also for my mentee. So what I'm going to do is to take what I learned today, the structure, the way, the goal, the things that I learned today to implement in my mentorship as much as I can and make it better. Have clear goal, what I want to achieve and to follow some structure so that I don't feel like I don't know what I achieve after this 6 months, who
Mm,
I supported and what what's in matter what matters to them. Is it useful or just a waste of time? Like I know how to do things differently now and I think it better.
mm. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Fini. And that is how exactly you and your mentor or mentee can sit with each other and answer these questions. Whether you think something not right about your mentorship currently, then you can arrange a session for this conversation to think what is happening right now, how does it affect to both of you, and what are you plan to do if at this point you think that you should change the partner is the must, then think about finding a new one. But if you two can still think of other way to figure it out, then it's not the end yet. So before finding a new one or silently stepping out this relationship, think about what else you can do so both of you can grow together. Any relationship in your life is to bring you a lesson that you need to learn. Without learning that lesson, then you will meet the same person with the same problem in the next relationship. Yes, I'm sharing my own experience. Okay, so this one is also something similarly, but this one you can use for every meeting. So remember the harvest one, the nice step. If you think these two questions are just too short for you, it isn't enough, then you can apply the 4 F's framework. What happened? What do you feel about it? What caused it to happen? What new things do you realize? And how would you apply the new realization in the next session? So it's similarly to that. So you can apply this to the 9 step as well. And it's okay, it's everything. It's everything you need to know about mentorship for now. So thank you everyone for sitting until now. May we have a quick recap on first. What how do you feel right now? You feel sleepy or you feel tired? How do you feel right now? Second, what lesson are most valuable to you? And last one, your application. How would you apply it? How do you apply it in your life? Okay, you have 2 minutes in total. May I invite firstly Toastmaster Hip?
Well, this question, I have to answer it immediately.
Yeah.
Wow. How do I feel right now? Uh, Actually, I'm quite happy because before this meeting, I don't know how Toastmaster mentorship work. As I finish this term of this kind of activity, I can have a short meeting with my mentors and also figure out what we will do in the next 3 months, 6 months, and also how to communicate with each other better. The lessons that are most valuable for me is about how I distinguish between macro and micro goals for building guidelines is very important because when I see my macro goals and also I can see my micro goal, I know what I can do to be better. Because when I have micro goals, but I cannot see the macro goals, I cannot have the motivation. So both have affect me, have to affect me in different ways. That helps the mentorship between me and my mentor become more effective, enhancing the effectiveness. Last, the last question is about how can I apply this in my life? Hmm. Actually, I cannot answer it immediately because it have to take time. Maybe I will answer you in about 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months later after finishing my mentorship first period.
Okay, thank you, Thomas Tahir. And can you please invite the next one? Can you please
Those
help
was
me to invite the
the
next one?
then those was the Nara. Nara.
I am here.
Hello,
So
Thomas Tanara.
yes. So mean that answer your question, right?
Yes.
About my feeling right now, I get like inside the mentorship program more clearer than before, and I can feel that there are a lot different from my practice. Mostly my practice are not so detailed, and my practice I will get feedback when I submit a draft of speech, and the time range is not but like we maybe can be not frequently. It's based on the meeting schedule and based on the other member turn as well. Not fixed like you do a speech 2 times per month or 3 times per month, not fixed like that. Just maybe 2 times or 1 time per month, or sometimes 1 month a half, just doing only one speech, something like that. Yes. So mean that we are flexible like that. We do like that. So with this, I can see that it's clear and it's specific about goal, also like to finish the pathway when we work with mentor, and also see very different way that other they work with their mentee or mentor as well. So I get more clear about this. Actually, when I start mentorship at first time, my mentor also said something similarly, but at the time, I don't have the clear about goal or about what I want to be, something like that. When I join here, I can like it's verify what I have known to make it more clearly, like become as the visible, something like that. And the next question,
Okay, sorry, Thomas Tanara. The time is up. Can you please meanwhile type your answer for the last two questions, please? And help me invite the next one. Thank you.
how would I apply this into my life, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think
And please
I
invite the
review
next
my
one.
goal
And,
to apply this within my life. I will apply it by reviewing my goal, both goal with Tomaster and with my life's goal, and to adjust it if needed, and to make it clear and put more commitment. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Thomas Tanara. Can you please help
Yes,
me to
that's
ask
all. That's all for me.
please help me to ask for the next one. Invite the next person. Okay, I'll do it. May I invite Thomas Fini? Next one.
I have 2 minutes to answer the 3 questions. Thank you. So how do you feel right now? I feel productive and energetic to be a mentor. Number 2, what lesson are most valuable to you? I think it's about planning and make it into action plan is always the key. To have clear goal, to have those plans and implement it and see it. I mean, reflect it back how it helped you. And then 3, how do you apply this in your life? I believe that in everything we do in life, if you have clear goals, if you have proper action plan, if you have check list to follow up with that, anything that we want in our life can be achievable. So yes, it's always about the action, practice, and reflection back. Am I right, Picture?
Yes, amazing. Thank you, Thomas Stephanie.
Yeah.
And last one, Thomas Tâm Như.
Like,
I don't know whether she can talk. Maybe no. Thomas Tâm Như, are you there? Or we can invite Thomas Daniel first.
yes, can
Hello, Daniel. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you please share the three questions?
Tonight we cannot hear you. Please unmute when you speak. It's the rule.
Hello, Bob. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. Can you hear me? So
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm really grateful to join the session and have learned a lot from teacher Day and participant here. Thank you for giving me another way of mentoring that I have never experienced before. I just do the traditional mentoring method, but now I can be able to know the way, the goal that I should do to achieve my goal with my mentee. And the lesson that I learned from the training is that I can be able to know the process of mentoring. Like we are not always like mentor by the traditional method, but we can have a clear purpose, a clear goal now, so that we can connect with our mentee and we can do for a better way, just like very professional and like we have the supporting system that we can be able to practice it to improve our mentoring skill. And so as I have mentioned in the chat box that to apply this in my life.
I see internet
Okay.
connection.
Yeah. Okay. And then for your inquiry, AD Fini, you can register in the form, and I will
Oh,
register
there is
you.
error. I don't know why. I register many times, but there is always error. I don't know if people have the same with me or not. Like I register time already. I don't know what happened to the link or my laptop. I don't know. I will try again.
Okay. Okay. Because I see many members already fill in, but they have no problem. Like,
I'm sorry, I lost my
let's
internet.
see. Hello, welcome back, Danette. So you can see that we have formed some of the pair already. Yeah, some confirmed already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 pairs already confirmed.
Then can just put my name one more if I cannot. But I will try.
Mm.
Yeah, to register.
Okay.
But I can please put my name too.
Okay. Please let me know. If you still cannot do that, then I can help you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Teacher Day, I have a
Oh,
question.
okay. See you, everyone, and I hope that you register for the program. And this recording will be posted on the Facebook of district so that everyone can watch it again and follow this step so you can have effective mentorship. Okay, you.
No, can we take a screenshot first? Picture day. Can
Which
I
one?
want to turn on the video? I want to take a screenshot.
Okay, take a picture.
Okay. No, I will take the picture.
Everyone, open your camera.
Yay!
Hey.
We have 5 people here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, it's beautiful to have.
I always forgot to take pictures. Yeah, I focus more on the content,
Yeah, so
on the
that's why I
people.
remind you.
Okay, bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.